Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of Fountain Pen Review. Today, I am doing a review of the Dian N23 fountain pen, Year of the Rabbit. Where is it? There you are. Year of the Rabbit. Thanks go out to pen friend Camilla for the loan of this review. So, I don't own this pen. This is a pen that a pen friend Camilla loaned me, so I could do a little review. She's loaned me a couple of pens. You guys have already seen one of the pens. This is one, and then later on in the week I'm going to review this one. So look forward to those. Okay, I need this to be out of my way so I can see what's going on. Hi, Obs, how are you? I've been watching your videos on and off all day. And, you poor thing. I have seen so many people go through similar situations. I've been a physician for 16 years, so I know all about it. But I gotta tell you, I don't see what happens to the patients after they leave. You know, like, none of them that I know of have YouTube channels. So it's quite a thing that you're doing, and I good on you. That's right. Okay, well, today this looks wonky. Oh, that's why. Alright, well, today we're doing a fountain pen review. This is the Dian N23 fountain pen. It's a cigar-shaped pen. And let's just get started. Where do I start? So, I don't know if this came with a box. Let's see, box. Oops. I don't know if this came with a box. I have heard that no one goes back to hospitals and stuff. So, like, go back and visit one out in California. Oh, that's interesting. I've been doing telehealth for 3 years now, and I gotta tell you, I love it. Alright. So, today we're going to talk about the parts and features of the pen. We're going to talk about some measurements. We're going to talk about some weights. We're going to talk about the things that I like and I don't like about this fountain pen. This is going to be kind of a long, arduous journey, so grab a coffee, grab a favorite snack, and let's review this pen, shall we? I don't know if this had a box. Camilla, if you're watching, let me know if this had a box or some sort of packaging. I don't know if it did come with a converter that is... Oh, it's upside down. Brilliant scientist. This says Dian. So that's good. Came with a converter. Usually these are just things that go inside the box. I don't know about instructions. We'll have to figure that out. I love telehealth, yeah. That's good stuff. Okay, let's talk about the pen. So the pen has a rounded finial, and there's no real separation between the finial and the rest of the cap, so it's all one piece, rounded, very nice. Okay, let's see, oops. I'll just, And then let's see, let's look at this clip. That is a very interesting looking clip. It's not like one of those ones where you push on the back and it lifts up from the front. It's very, I just banged into the camera, sorry. It's very stiff, almost unusably stiff. Let's see, is it pocketable? I'm just doing this over my clothing. It does go on, but it's very stiff. It does pocket, but it's stiff. Let's take a look at the inside of the cap. We have plastic threads. I believe that this is made of copper or some sort of metallic material, and it has a plastic insert so that way the nib doesn't dry out. So inner cap liner. Alright, let's see how many it is a screw cap. Let's see how many turns it takes to come off. 1 turny. Oh, 1 1/4 turnies. So that's pretty good. Screw cap. Tart it out for a second. Screw cap 1.25 turns. So, alright, then let's take a look at the nib. This is what Dian calls the long knife. It's a very large piece of tipping material on the end. And there's a look at the ABS plastic feed. And it does have a little rabbit on it. See the little rabbit, friend? And it says 1997, Dian. And then it has a character which I am not familiar with. I'm going to turn this off for a second and turn this way up so we can kind of see better. It says M for medium, and I don't know what that character means. If anybody speaks Japanese, any of the Asian languages, let me know if you know what that character means. Super cute little happy bunny. And that tipping material is just weird. It looks kind of like a knife if you were gonna eat with it. Okay, tipping. Long. It kind of writes like a medium. Broad. And we'll do some side. Oh, you can't see, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Forgot. So it does have a medium-ish line, a medium broad line, and we will do some nib comparisons. But that is a chunky boy nib. It's a number 6 steel. nib. The material is steel. It is 6.2 millimeters up to 8.4 millimeters. 6.2 to 8.4. Okay. And it has a slit. Slit check. Breather hole is circular. Breather hole is circular. And this is important because sometimes you'll have a nib that has a heart-shaped breather hole, or a star-shaped breather hole, or I've even seen bunny-shaped rabbit holes, breather holes. Bunny-shaped rabbit holes. So I'm surprised that they didn't do that. Anyway, it has a bunny on it. It has bunny decoration. It says, weird character. 199. What year was it again? 1997. I don't know if that's the year that they were founded or what's going on there. Okay, let's take a look at the feed. The feed and the nib are friction fit. All you have to do is grab yourself a little goulet grip, put it on it, and then cover it, and then pull gently. And the nib and the feed come out of the housing, and it is keyed, which means that you can only stick it in one way. So the feed is keyed. ABS plastic. Friction fit. Let's see. Alright, then let's talk about the grip section. So this is the grip section because that's where you grip. You would have never guessed. It does have a little gold ring here at the end, a gold-ish ring. I'm sure it's steel or some sort of metal. Gold-ish ring. And then it has a black section that's very lightly tapered with the tiniest flare right along the edge. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's just the tiniest flare at the end to keep your fingers like right there where you need them while you're writing. Let's see how big the grip section is. At the thickest point of the grip section, it is 11.8 millimeters. And at the thinnest part of the grip section, it is 10.4. So 10.4 to 11. 11.7 millimeters. 11.7. Okay. I've got like 2 pages of things that I gotta go through. I just can't remember everything all at once. Okay, so that takes pretty care of the grip section. The grip section leads to the barrel, which has these chonky boy threads. I'm gonna try and bump up the lighting so we can see that they're kind of squared off instead of being around, which is nice because then you don't really feel them. They're kind of like a broad edge. The body are chunky. They come down like this, and then they come out, and then they come back, instead of being like this. Then the cap goes straight up until right about here, and then it tapers down to a rounded end. And it has this beautiful gold, I don't know if it's like inlaid or if it's like the black part is cut out and then a lacquer is put over it, and then they grind down to the gold, to this layer, but you can feel there's just the tiniest bit of texture, and like right like there's like a little catch right there, and like you probably won't be able to see it because it's so small, but there's just like the tiniest oh, you can see it. You see it right there? There's just the tiniest catch. And sometimes it'll like surprise me. I'll be like holding it or whatever, and that little tiny bump will just be, they're all over, but they're so small you can barely even tell that there's any texture. But it does have some texture, which is really cool. It's got this beautiful sakura tree and some leaves and flowers, and then as we go down we can see that there's like a valley of some sort, and then there's our cute little rabbit friend, super cute, and then there's some flowers. This is a really cool looking pen, and it's not super heavy. It's probably heavier than it looks, but it's not as heavy as some other pens. Okay, rambling over. The body has very decorative. It's, let's see, how big is it? How big it do? 13 millimeters. And then the thinnest part that you can probably even hold on is like 11. So, 13 wide. Okay, let's do some measurements. So, the pen capped is slippery. 140 millimeters or thereabouts. 141.1 millimeters. $141 millimeters. The cap alone is 66.6 millimeters, 66.7, 66.7. The pen from nib to stern is 123.7, 120. so difficult. I should just put it on a thing. Do I have a thing? I know you're here somewhere. No, I don't want to use that. Ooh, if I get mess on my thing, I'll be upset. Okay. There. Now it's not going to roll away. Ha 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 ha. I win. Alright, 123.7 millimeters. How much did I say? 123.7 millimeters? I'm gonna have to do it again, aren't I? 123.7, yep. Okay. The grip is, oops, the grip is 10.3, 10.3, all the way up to 6.7. What? No, I pushed the button. 11.9, that's better. 11.9. Alright, so that's measurements. Now let's talk about how much it weighs. Okay, have a nice day. Take care. We'll see you soon. Alright. So this here is a normal nickel. It should weigh about 5 grams. 4.97. Close enough. Alright, the cap alone, 13.6. One 3.6. The body alone, 20.72. That's 5 and a bit nickels. 20.7. And then the whole body with the pen, the whole body with the cap is 34.3. 34.3. And that's with ink in it, so if you're thinking thoughts about getting some, that's just, if you don't know how much that is, just hold a nickel, and that's 5 grams. So you can estimate about how heavy it is. If you hold 4 nickels in your hand, that's about how heavy the pen is with ink in it. I hope that helps. Everything goes on the floor. Okay. Next. The filling mechanism. Is a cartridge converter. It's a cartridge converter, and it's just a push-pull. It's a proprietary Dian push-pull converter. Oh God. My brain. Proprietary. R-I-E-T-A-R-Y. Okay, proprietary converter. I don't know how big the opening is. I will have to do another test to find out. But it does have a proprietary converter. Let's see. The barrel is nice. The end. All right, let's do a writing sample. Let's see if I can come down here. It does have just the tiniest bit of scratchiness, but it's probably just because of the angle that I'm holding it at. If you do go up, it has a very thin line, but if you come down, it's a very thick line. And then when you pull down, it's a very thin line. And if you go higher up, it has a thinner line. So the higher you hold it, the thinner the line is. And the lower you go, the thicker it is. It's like a Naga Nada Togi nib, which is really cool. So if you kind of like do this thing while you're writing, if you angle your pen while you're writing, you can get different line variations, as you can see. Like the O's look thick, but when I go to do the G, the angle of my pen changes, and I get this thin line, which is really interesting. Okay, let's do let's see, flex. It does not flex. No flexing. Reverse threading. If you had a darker ink, that would look really nice, I think. It's almost smoother than the other way around. Alright, and last but not least, the Pierre Gustafson test. I think it passed like flying colors with flying colors. Now, we're going to do a track test. And I think it passed that with flying colors too. So, wow. I gotta say that this is definitely gonna be on my list of pens that I might buy, because it is really beautiful and it's got a nice weight to it, and I really like that weird looking nib. It writes nice and broad when I go down, but if I want to, I can write really thin. Thin and thick. Looks really cool. I wish I'd have put a darker ink in it, but this is where we're at. So let me just show you what I can find. So you can find this pen on some websites. I found this on AliExpress for $31.17. The long blade is $44.99. You can also find it on Etsy. And we'll just say the black long knife is $39.80, and shipping may vary. You can also find it on Amazon for $32.50 for the extra fine and $38.50 for the long blade. So it's almost cheaper to go through Amazon than having to pay shipping and handling all the way from Japan or wherever this comes from. So, yeah. What did you guys think of today's review? Are you thinking thoughts about getting this pen? Do you have this pen? What do you think about this pen? Please leave your thoughts and comments in the section below. Well, that's all I've got for today. I think I've rambled on about this pen long enough. So, that just... Hi, Fish Stick. Hi, Gary Eves. How are ya? Like the look of the pen. It's beautiful, right? It's super nice. The only complaint that I have is I think it was made for a left person, because when I look at it with my left hand, I can see the cute little bunny. And you just know that they took great painstaking issue to make this pen look beautiful, but I can't really see the bunny's butt. I can see the bunny's butt from my right-handed view. Caught a couple of long knife nibs. Enjoy using them. Oh, very nice. Well, that just leaves me to say... Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell, make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.